Hello friends, as CA Foundation exams are approaching near, we are going for the last stage of revision, that is I am going to solve RTP with you. RTP which is issued by the ICAI, very important for foundation exams because the trend says that 15 to 20 marks, same questions or similar questions have been asked from RTP. So let's take the benefit of that 15 to 20 marks and let's score good marks in accounts exam. This is the first paper of your examinations. Let's try to explore it to the maximum. Now I'm going to start with the new syllabus which has been incorporated in the accountancy in CA Foundation. We'll start with the first topic, that is single entry, that is accounting from incomplete records, and that is question number 10 of your ITP. Ankur keeps his books by single entry system. However, he is able to give you the following list of his assets and liabilities in the beginning as well as at the end of the 31st March 2024. So, Mr. Ankur gives you the following information regarding his assets and liabilities on 1st April 2023 and 31st March 2024. So, basically, opening assets and liabilities are given and closing assets and liabilities are given. Let's start to classify cash in and asset, cash at bank, asset, bank overdraft, liability. No opening overdraft is there, but there is a closing overdraft. Bill receivable, asset, stock, asset, debtors, asset, furniture and fittings, asset, creditors, liability, bills payable, liability. Now, let me check the trial. That's it. The trial bench gets over. I would like to tell you one thing. While solving single entry question, just mark some important points. What are the important points? First of all, keep a watch on fixed assets. Keep an eye on fixed assets. What I am trying to say, fixed assets पे नजर रखिए. If are there any movements in fixed assets? Check. Fixed assets कौन है हमारे पास? 65,000 furniture. No change in the fixed assets. Suppose fixed assets increase हो रहा है तो there might be purchase. Suppose fixed asset decrease हो रहा है तो there might be a sale of fixed asset or there might be a depreciation. So please take care of fixed assets. Okay, let's continue. Ankur introduced 10,000 as fresh capital on 1st October 2023. Additional capital introduced. We will deduct to find out the profits. We will deduct to find out the profits. And this is introduced on 1st October 2023. So can I say this capital is for 6 months? Sir, why you wrote 6 months? Simple as that. Because if interest on capital adjustment comes, so opening capital you have to calculate 12 months and additional capital only for 6 months. He also withdrew 5,000 every month for his household expenses. This is drawings, we will add back and we will do 5,000 into 12 because it is mentioned every month. Continue. During the year, there was no sale or fresh purchase of furniture and fittings. So they have clearly mentioned there is no sale or purchase of furniture and fittings. Asset of the profit earned by Ankur during the year ended 31st March 2024 after depreciating furniture and fittings at 10% per annum and creating a provision for bad debts at 5% on debtors. Okay. Now in this question, opening capital is not given. So to find out the opening capital, we'll prepare opening statement of affairs. Closing capital is not given. To find out the closing capital, we'll prepare closing statement of affairs. And for calculating the profit or loss, we'll prepare statement of profit and loss. This is a quick revision which we are doing. I'll solve this sum on the screen. So please take note of this. Question number 10. This is RTP June 24. First, we'll prepare statement of affairs. Of what's his name? Ankur. As on 1st April 2023. Let me prepare the balance sheet. So statement of affairs is nothing but the balance sheet. This is how normal balance sheet will be prepared. Guys, I'll tell you only one column to be prepared in opening balance sheet as well as closing balance sheet. All adjustments to be made in closing balance sheet. Let's start doing the posting. Cash in and 1750. Cash at bank 20,000. Next, we don't have bank quota, bill receivable 15,000. Next, we have stock 93,500. Next, we have debtors of 60,000. Furniture and fitting 65,000. We have creditors 45,000. Along with that, we have bills payable 5,000. That's it. So we have prepared the opening balance sheet. Let's do the totalings. One second. Let's continue the totaling part. 1750 plus 20,000 plus 15,000 plus 93,500 plus 60,000 plus 65,000. This is 2,55,250. Same total here. Minus 45,000 minus 5,000. We get capital of 2,05,250. This is capital. No need to add opening capital. Already we have written as on 1st April. Now we'll prepare statement of affairs on statement of affairs of Ankur as on 31st March 2024. Prepare like this. Wait one second. Fine. Again, this is liabilities and this is assets. Guys, so we have calculated opening capital. We are going to calculate closing capital. Now, again, cash in hand. You can check your RTPs. I'm just noting from the art printout. RTP 1,400. No cash in bank. We have bank overdraft. 1,800. We have bill receivable. How much? 45,000. We have stock of 98,700. We have data of 70,000. And we have furniture and fittings. $65,000. We have creditors of 31,000. Guys, just focus on the posting part. No bills payable this time. I think it's over. Now, that's it. But there are adjustments which are to be done. I think depreciation 10%, which is given on furniture and fittings, and 5% RTD. So let me cancel this because first debtors we have to calculate RTD. 1 second. I'll write this debtors 70,000 here. Less RTD 5%. 70,000, 5% comes to 3,500. 66,500. Adjustments to be made at the end of the year, hence we are doing in the closing balance sheet. And furniture and fittings we'll write again because it is subject to depreciation. $65,000 less depreciation 10%, which comes to 6,500. $65,000 minus 10%, which comes to 58,500. That's it. Let's save the total. Total comes to 2,50,100. Do the totaling lines properly, guys. So guys, what we are doing, we are finding out opening capital, we are finding out closing capital. 250,100 minus 1,800 minus 31,000. 2,70,300 is the closing capital. Do the circle part. So it indicates that it is a balancing figure. So we have calculated opening capital, we have calculated closing capital, and now we are going to calculate the profit or loss. So statement of profit or loss of Ankur for the year ended. Please write the same thing in the same pattern. Presentation is also important, guys. 31st March 2024. We will prepare the format particulars and rupees. Single rupees column more than sufficient. We will start with closing capital. What was the closing capital we got? 2,17,300. In that we will add back drawings. So we write add drawings, which is I think 5,000 per month was given. Here it is. So 5,000 into 12, 60,000. We'll take the grand total downside. 2,17,000 plus 60,000. It's 277,300. Add drawings. We don't have interest on drawings. If interest on drawings was there, then we would have add back. Then less opening capital. Let's check whether we have opening capital. Yes, we have opening capital. 2,05,050. We'll deduct this 2,05,250. 72,050 rupees. Do we have additional capital? Let's check. Yes, we have additional capital of 10,000. So less additional capital. Of 10,000. We don't have any interest on capital. We don't have any interest on capital. So no interest on capital. So this is, can I say this is net profit for the year? Net profit for the year. In short, this is the profit which Mr. Ankur has earned during the year ended 31st March 2024. I hope this is very clear. So very simple sum asked in RTP June 24. Let's take the best benefit out of it and score good marks. Average time to solve this such type of question should be 15 to 20 minutes max. Guys, we will move for the next question. That is, the next question will be the new syllabus. Again, we'll go for the new syllabus part. The next part which I am going to solve with you is nothing but this one. We'll take bonus issue and right issue first. Question number 16, bonus issue and right issue. We'll continue with bonus issue and right issue. So guys, we'll continue with the next question of RTP, that is bonus issue and right issue. Now, very important chapter as far as foundation exams are concerned. Now, I'll just give a gist of this chapter, what things need to be done. Basically, bonus issues or right issue, whatever it is. Bonus can be issued in two ways. One, there is a fully paid up shareholder. So, in such cases, we have to declare bonus out of the reserves and then issue bonus shares. That is one process. Another process is there are partly paid up shareholders. There are two ways to declare bonus. First is to make a call and receive a call, and the second is make a call but don't receive call money from the shareholders. Consider that partly paid shareholders as bonus given by the company. This is what company will tell to the shareholders. मतलब मैं क्या बोल इन केस ऑफ पार्टली पेड अप शेयरहोल्डर्स, एक है कॉल ड्यू करो और कॉल रिसीव करो, पैसा ले लो और फिर बोनस डिक्लेयर कीजिए आउट ऑफ रिजर्व्स. एंड द अदर इज मेक अ कॉल, डोंट रिसीव अ कॉल. शेयर को बोलो 10 रुपए का शेयर है, 8 पेड अप है, ये 2 रुपया कंपनी की तरफ से बोनस समझो. मतलब यहाँ पे कंपनी बोनस शेयर नहीं देगी, लेकिन 2 रुपया ना मांग के कंपनी एक तरीके से बोनस ही दे रही है उस शेयर होल्डर्स को. So this is the gist of bonus issue. Now, as far as reserves are concerned, there was a sequence which I have discussed. CSCD. What is CSCD? C stands for CRR, S stands for securities premium, C stands for capital reserve, and D stands for divisible profits. This is a sequence which we are supposed to utilize while declaring bonus shares. Means reserves should be utilized in the following sequence only. Fine. Now let's read the question properly. Following are the balances appearing in the trial balance of XYZ Limited on 31st March 2023. Issued and subscribed capital 10,000, 10% preference of 10 each fully paid up. Number of shares are 10,000, 10% is the dividend rate, 10 rupees is the face value. 1 lakh equity shares of 10 each, this is the face value, 8 paid up. Friends, partly paid up shareholder आ गया. Now what Companies Act tells us, if there are partly paid up shareholders, you have to make a call and whether the company is receiving a call or company is treating that partly paid up shareholder as fully paid up by giving the same as bonus, that question will decide. मतलब क्वेश्चन बताएगा कि कॉल मनी रिसीव करना है या तो पार्टली पेड अप को फुल्ली पेड अप में कन्वर्ट करना है पैसा ना मांग के. Okay, reserves and surplus. General reserve is a free reserve. Securities premium collected in cash, we can utilize it, and profit and loss account is also a free reserve. So on 1st April 2023, the company has made a final call of rupees 2 each on 1 lakh equity shares. So company has made a call finally. The call money was received by 15th April. So the company has received the call money also. So very fine. First entry will be call money due. Second entry will be call money received. Thereafter, the company decided to issue bonus shares to the equity shareholders at the rate of 1 share for every 5 shares held. 1 शेयर फॉर एवरी 5 शेयर, मतलब हर 5 शेयर के सामने एक शेयर इशू किया जाएगा. अगर आप रेशियो की बात करो तो इट इज 1:5, नॉट 5:1. 1:5. Always first is for issue, second is for held. And for this purpose, it decided that there should be minimum reduction in the free reserves. Pass journal entries. Guys, I will tell you how many entries will be there in this sum. First entry will be call money due. Second entry will be call money received. Third entry will be bonus declare out of the reserves. And the reserves, how to utilize the reserves, we have discussed the sequence. And the fourth entry will be bonus shares issued. So let's start passing the entries. Question number 16. Journal of, let's see the company's name, XYZ Limited. We'll draw the journal. We'll draw the date column because the dates are given in the problem. Format is ready. Let's solve this sum. Date, we have particulars, we have LF, we have debit rupees, we have credit rupees. Fine. When is the call made? 1st April 2023. Call money due. The entry is equity share final call account debit to equity share capital. Let's pass this entry. Equity share final call account debit to equity share capital account. Now how many shares? Let me check. 1 lakh shares into 2 rupees. This comes to 2 lakh. We write the narration because narrations are equally important, being final call money due of rupees 2 on 1 lakh shares. Guys, very important. Narrations are very important in all journal entry sums because narrations carry marks. So, friends, I would like to tell you that in each and every sum which I am going to discuss with you from RTP, I'll discuss all the key areas of the chapter of the sum and whatever relevant is there for the examination, I'll discuss everything with you. 1st April, the call money was due and the call money was received on 15th of April. So, call money received entry will be 15th April 2023. What will be the entry, guys? Bank account debit to equity share final call. The amount will be 2 lakhs. Being final call money received. Done. So we have declared final call. We have received final call. Now we are going to declare bonus shares. Date will be same 15th April 23. I'll do the working here only as I normally say. Show the working itself in the journal entry, no problem. This is held, this is issued. So what was the ratio? 1 share will be issued for every 5 shares held. So 5 shares held, 1 share issued. How many shares we have in the balance sheet? 1 lakh shares. So 1 lakh divided by 5, this is 20,000. I'll write here shares of rupees 10 each. Of rupees 10 each. Fine. So which comes to rupees 2 lakh. So now the company has to declare bonus shares amounting to rupees 2 lakh. Now, Companies Act has decided one order or declared one order in which the reserves will be utilized. It is CSCD. I'll repeat, CSCD. First, C stands for CRR. We don't have any CRR in the balance sheet. Second, S stands for securities minimum. Yes, we have securities minimum of 25,000. So we'll utilize securities premium account debit 25,000. In this sequence only the reserve should be utilized. Okay, CS. Next is capital reserve. We don't have any capital reserve in the balance sheet. And then divisible profits. Divisible profits, under divisible profits, general reserve and PL both come. So let's check. General reserve we have 2 lakh 40. So I think, and PL how much we have? 1 lakh 20. I think I need total 2 lakhs, and out of that 2 lakhs I have utilized securities around 25,000. The balance I will use general reserve because I have general reserve 2 lakh 40 and I require only 175 to make that 2 lakh complete. So securities minimum account debit, general reserve account debit to bonus to shareholders. This is the entry which we have passed for declaring bonus. 2 lakh rupees being bonus shares declared. This is the entry for declaring bonus shares. And now on the same date, we'll issue bonus shares. What is the entry for issuing bonus shares? Bonus to shareholders account debit. To equity share capital. This comes to 2 lakh. Being bonus shares issued. That's it. We have passed all 4 entries. First is final call money due. Second is final call money received. Then declaration of bonus, and then bonus shares issued. Very simple. Some asked by the institute for this time regarding bonus issue. We'll move for the next sum. The next important topic which is included in the new syllabus, that is redemption of preferences. We'll continue with redemption of preferences. Let's continue with redemption of preferences. The next question of RTP June 2024. Now, before going for the redemption of preferences, as I told, I'll just give a gist of the topic. Redemption can be done out of 2 sources, either by making fresh issue of shares or utilizing the free reserves. Either by making fresh issue of shares or utilizing the free reserves. Now, who will decide that? Question will decide what to be done. If question is silent, then redemption is done out of free reserves. But if the question says that certain fresh issue of shares has to be done and balance to be redeemed out of reserves, then we have to act accordingly. And one more thing, whenever fresh issue is given, remember one thing, fresh issue of equity shares only needs to be considered. If company issued debentures, the proceeds received from issue of debentures cannot be utilized to redeem the preferences. I repeat, fresh issue of equity shares is only allowed to redeem the preferences. Mark this point, very important. Fresh issue of debentures done by the company and the proceeds received, the collection done from issue of debentures cannot be utilized to redeem the preference shares. Very important topic, please make a note of the same. So मैं क्या बोलने की ट्राई कर रहा हूँ, फ्रेश इशू में सिर्फ इक्विटी शेयर इशू किए जा सकते हैं. अगर डिबेंचर इशू किए गए तो उसके पैसे हम यूज नहीं कर सकते प्रेफरेंसेस को रिडीम करने के लिए. सिंपल एज दैट. जर्नल एंट्री सभी चीजों की होगी क्योंकि ऑल मॉनेटरी ट्रांजैक्शंस आर रिकॉर्डेड इन द बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स. मतलब इक्विटी शेयर इशू किया, जर्नल एंट्री पास करेंगे. डिबेंचर इशू किया, जर्नल एंट्री पास करेंगे. बट the money received from issue of shares can only be utilized to redeem the preferences, whereas the money collected from issue of debentures cannot be utilized to redeem the preferences, to repay the preferences. Fine. Let's start. Sushi Limited had 10,000, 10% redeemable preferences of 100 each. Number of debentures 10,000, 10% is the dividend rate, and 100 rupees is the face value. The company had to redeem the shares at a premium of 10%. Now, two more things I would like to discuss. First important thing is, first, students please check whether the preferences are fully paid or partly paid. Here the preferences are fully paid up. Sir, what if they were partly paid up? Then same rule like bonus shares. Make a call and receive a call. So make a call means final call money due. What is the entry? Preference share, final call account debit to preference share capital. And then bank account debit to preference share final call. This has to be done only when the preferences are partly paid up. In this sum, there is no need to do the same. Now, redemption, check redemption whether it is at par or premium. In this sum, redemption is at premium of 10%. Fine. It was decided by the company to issue the following 80,000 equity shares of 10 each at par. So the company is making fresh issue of equity shares and that too at par. So I would like to discuss one more thing with you. You have to decide two things. Issue is at par. Which issue I am saying? Equity shares issued at par. And the preferences are for redemption, redeemed at premium. Please make a note of both things. Fresh issue is at par and the redemption is done at premium. 4,000, 12% debentures of 100 is, as I told you, only fresh issue of equity shares can be utilized to redeem the preferences. However, the company has issued no debentures. The money received cannot be utilized to redeem the preferences, but we need to pass entry for issue of debentures also. The issue was fully subscribed and all the accounts were received in full. The payment was duly made, means fully subscribed shares were there and fully subscribed debentures. Everybody paid the money and the debentures also were issued and the money was also received, and then the preference shares were redeemed. The company had sufficient profits. Company had enough profit with them. Show journal entries in the books of the company. Let's start question number 17 from your RTP June 2024. This Journal of Sushi Limited. Now, before drawing the journal, I always solve this sum of preferences by preparing two equations. Guys, you can take the advantage of these equations. Now, what is NB? Nominal value. What is FI? Fresh issue. What is FR? Free reserves. दिस इज जस्ट फॉर आवर कन्वीनियंस. मैं क्या बताने की ट्राई कर रहा हूँ? NV स्टैंड्स फॉर नॉमिनल वैल्यू, FI स्टैंड्स फॉर फ्रेश इशू एंड FR स्टैंड्स फॉर फ्री रिजर्व्स. इक्वेशन बनाने से दो चीजें हो जाएगी. आपके सारे एंट्रीज के अमाउंट इसी इक्वेशन से मिल जाएंगे आपको एंड यू विल कैलकुलेट ऑल थिंग्स करेक्टली. सो फर्स्ट इक्वेशन इज फॉर the nominal value and second equation is POR. What is POR? Premium on redemption is equal to free reserves. Why I am preparing two equations? Because redemption is at premium. I repeat, first equation nominal value is equal to fresh issue plus free reserves, and second equation premium on redemption is equal to free reserves. First, which equation we need to fulfill? First, I will say left hand sides of both the equation need to be filled. Left hand side of both the equations. How many number of preferences? 10,000. What is the face value? 100. So first nominal value I write 10,000 into 100. This comes to how much? 10,000 into 100. Don't take any chance in the exam. 10 lakhs. Here, 1 0 here and there and finish. Left hand side. Then 10,000 into how much percent premium they are redeeming? 10%. 100 ka 10% face value. 100 is the face value, 10% premium on that. So this comes to 1 lakh. Both left hand side filled? Yes. Now fill the second equation first. I'll use 1 lakh here and the question mentions company had sufficient profits. Here, see, check. So we'll use P&L because P&L is a free reserve. Now let's go to the first equation. Now they have clearly mentioned company has 80,000 equity shares of 10 each per company has issued. Can I say 80,000 into 10 comes to 8 lakh? And right here also. In short, the company has made fresh issue of shares and the balancing amount will be free reserves. 2 lakh will be my free reserves. And I will utilize P&L because they have mentioned company had sufficient reserves. One more point, guys, while we are solving this sum. the amount of free reserves which you are utilizing, the amount of free reserves which you are utilizing to redeem the face value of preference shares should be transferred to CRR. Should be transferred to CRR. Make a note of it. The amount of reserves which you are utilizing to redeem the face value of preference shares should be transferred to CRR. Now the equation is ready. Now let's draw the journal and start with the sum. So guys, all entries amounts are there in these equations. Let's close this sum by passing journal entries. Are dates given in the problem? Let's check. Let me check. No, no dates are given. So serial number will write. These small things are very important. Please make a note of it. Dates, particulars, everything. Done. Now all entries you will get from the equation itself. Now I prepared one sequence of entries. First entry you have to pass sale of investment. Has the company sold any investment? The answer is no. Second step, fresh issue. Yes, the company has made fresh issue of shares. Check equation number 1. Fresh issue 8 lakh rupees. The company has issued equity shares at par. So I'll say bank account debit to equity share capital. This comes to 8 lakhs. Being equity shares issued at par. Next, company has issued debentures also. So I'll say bank account debit. Let me check the percentage of debentures. 12% debentures. $4,000 into 100. Always keep this habit of writing in the brackets. I'll write here also 80,000 into 10. This comes to 4 lakh. Being debentures issued at par. Okay. So fresh issue done. Next step is redemption due. I'll tell you guys redemption is at premium because the question has clearly mentioned redemption of shares at 10% premium. So what is the entry now? Preference share capital account debit because the lab is getting cancelled. Premium on redemption account debit because company is incurring a loss of 10% and the entire amount is payable to preference shareholders. So the entry is preference share capital account debit, premium on redemption account debit to preference shareholders. Entry number 3. Preference share capital account debit. Premium on redemption account debit. To preference shareholders. Now, as I told you, the all amounts are there in the equation. Check the left hand side of both equations. First left hand side, I am talking about nominal value. How much is the nominal value of preferences? 10 lakhs. You write here 10 lakhs. How much is premium on redemption given on the left hand side? So 10 lakh, 1 lakh. Total comes to 11 lakh. being preference shares redeemed at premium, being preference shares redeemed at premium. Narration very important to write because it carries equal marks. Next step is to write off the premium on redemption. So check equation number 2. Which reserve we have utilized to write off the premium on redemption? Profit and loss account. So my profits are reduced, so P&L account debit to premium on redemption, and my losses are written off. So P&L is getting utilized, so P&L account debit and premium on redemption credit because it is getting utilized. 1 lakh. Being premium on redemption written off. Done. Then transfer to CRR. Check equation number 1, guys. How much amount we have transferred to CRR? 2 lakh. And what we have utilized? Profit and loss. So profit and loss gets reduced. So P&L account debit to CRR. New reserve comes into books of accounts. CRR allowed short form. You can write 2 lakh. Now what amount is transferred to CRR? What amount is transferred to CRR? I'll repeat, only the face value of the preference is redeemed. Only the face value of the preference is redeemed out of free reserves. Only the face value of the preference is redeemed out of free reserves. Should be transferred to CRR. Being free reserves transferred to CRR. Done. And the last step is payment to preference shareholders. So what is the entry? Preference shareholders account debit. Once again, we'll write it properly. Preference shareholders account debit to bank account. You can easily take the amount from entry number 3. Check how much preference holders you have credited. 11 lakhs. Same debit. 11 lakhs. 11 lakhs. The relation will be being preference shareholders paid off. That's it. We have completed redemption of preferences also here. Third important topic as far as the new syllabus is concerned. We'll go for the next topic that will be discussed now.